5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from San Francisco. Broadcasting around the world. You're listening to the Armon Wiggins Radio Show.
Get in here, everybody get in here. 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 Oh, somebody said it's going to be a legendary show.
5, 4,
Come on.
3,
Get in here,
2,
get in here,
1.
get in here.
Live from San Francisco.
Okay.
Broadcasting around the world. You're listening to the Armon
It's going to be a
Wiggins
legendary
Radio
show. Get in here, everybody get in here. Oh my God. Yes, get in here, everybody get in here. It's going to be a legendary show. Get in here, everybody get in here. Get in here. Oh my God, my mustache is just moving all in its own direction. Get in here, everybody get in here. Whoo, I'm hot. It's going to be a legendary show. Well, they didn't think that we can get it, but wait, somebody said we got 2,000 people in the chat. That's what we needed. Get in here, everybody get in here. How's everybody doing? Let me take these lovely people, besides me, you know. We're going to talk about these nuclear-looking women in a few moments. Miraculous, manucular, peculiar-looking women. Either way, women of a certain something. We're going to get into them in just a second. But before we get into this, I just need you guys to know that I was not going to talk about this, okay? However, I wanted to see how many people will come into the chat to see if they would be here for it. You guys were here for it. You guys were DMing me. You guys were tagging me. You guys have been tagging me since last week. You've been tagging me. We're going to get into it. Y'all been tagging me since the woman played. Well, quite frankly, y'all been tagging me since T-Pain. You guys have been tagging me since she coerced that woman into downing those pills and calling 911 to a fake address. Okay? But I let it ride. However, we got Jag on the line. And you know I'm on Jag. Like that credit card on decline. Got Jag on the line like that credit card decline. Okay, so we're going to get into some things. All right, so listen, if you're a returning subscriber, then you know how this thing goes. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome and hello.
Hello, motherfucker.
All right. But before we get into that, let's just take a quick word from our sponsor. Hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and this video is sponsored today by Manscaped, home of the Lawnmower 3.0. Combining third-generation innovations in design, power, and hygiene, the Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer with skin-safe technology is the perfect tool for an incredible grooming experience. Compact design, the diamond textured no slip grip, LED, and compact design help you navigate all your nooks and crannies, wet or dry. Advanced engineering, upgraded 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology. The Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer features precision engineered blades for confident trimming below the waist. This thing is waterproof, guys. Safely take care of business in the lawnmower. The only shock being on your partner's face for the trim. Job well done. You guys can use my code ARMON20 to receive 20% off of this fantastic product, okay? So make sure you guys go and check that out and go get yours, because guess what? I got mine and I love it. Manscaped, your balls, so thank you. Make sure you use my code at checkout, ARMON20. Yes. Ooh. Make sure you guys go and support that. I will leave that in the description box below. Okay. Well, where do we want to begin? we're just going to go into my thoughts and how I feel about the situation. A lot of you guys watched that interview last night with Tasha K and Jaguar Wright. I want to let you guys know we're going to do a lot of name dropping here. It's just one of those type of lives. I'm going to give it to you straight up. We ain't really talked about Tasha in a while. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we need to get her a little spankety spank. Now, I'm not going to really, I'm not really here to necessarily talk about Jag or Tasha, because you know how I feel about both of those peculiar looking women. Okay, but they both are women of a particular look, stature, age, frame, but really one and the same. So it was interesting banter to see two of those women that look the way that they look discuss amongst one another. Jag over here strolling and rolling around and in and out of hotels and cars, and Tasha K with a half mohawk braids about to catch on fire. She's got the designs in her head, she got a fade, and then she's got, I don't know, a synthetic bush on top of her head. So anyway, so they sit up there and they had a conversation, right? But before we get to that, let's start as to, because we're going to get to that. I'm going to let y'all call in. A lot of people were frustrated, right? So we're going to get to why, you know, she even did the interview and how the people got frustrated and why Tasha K is losing subscribers, hundreds of subscribers. Okay. We're going to talk about this and the attempt for her to snub her mentee to go viral in hopes to get to that 1 million views. She used Jaguar Wright, but it backfired. Okay. She's losing subscribers. Let me write that down. Losing subscribers. Okay. And I'm going to talk to you. We're going to talk about all of that. So let's start from the beginning. Okay. Let's start at why this even happened. Okay. Well, Storm Monroe, the down low mentee. Okay. The soft-spoken doctor, the uncertain closet freak. She went online and she did Jaguar Wright actually, they did an interview. Storm Monroe did an interview with Jaguar Wright. I like to say Jaguar Wright went on Storm Monroe's channel and went live. Okay, so Jaguar went live and told her stories on Storm Monroe's channel. Okay, now Tasha K in the beginning did not want to interview Jaguar Wright. She didn't think Jaguar Wright was going to be anything of any substance. Quite frankly, I felt like she saw too much of herself in Jaguar, and she felt like Jaguar would be competition. However, it was a good look for Storm Monroe to interview Jaguar Wright because, remember, Jaguar Wright wanted to interview with the Armon Wiggins show. However, there were so many people going against me, so out of spite, interview with Storm Monroe, push him over this platform to 100K. He's the king of YouTube. It's this fantastic thing. Everybody is, aha, Armon. You didn't get to the 100K before Storm Monroe because he got the Jaguar Wright interview that was supposed to be for you. However, I don't think it was an interview. I think that was Jaguar Wright using his platform to go live. No shade. So that was the piece for Tasha K. But until it got bigger than Armon Wiggins. Once I had gotten surpassed, then it started to be, well, wait a minute. This nigga got 1 million views. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. No, this soft-spoken down low queen sissy did not get 1 million views. I know you lying. She did not get 1 million views. No, she did not have Jaguar Wright on her platform and get 1 million views. Yes, she did. Then she had Jaguar Wright on a second time and got over 500,000 views. Then a third time, 4. Then she chopped up all the videos that got hundreds of thousands and millions of views from Jaguar going live on her page. Tasha K sees this and she's like, well, shit. Wow. Are you kidding me? Because if you know you're Tasha K, she gets very competitive, very underhanded, very undermining when it comes to these interviews. You'll notice every fallout she's had with someone has been over an interview. Neek at Night, the R. Kelly interviews, Lovely T, the Star Marie interview, Daytime Tea Time. Wendy Williams interviews Kevin Hunter and Avion Foster, Armon Wiggins, Dr. Sabi. We know that Tasha K really likes to be the only one, the premier, and I'm going to show you some receipts here. She likes to be the premier one. And so when it's okay when you're doing good, but you cannot be doing better than her. And Storm Monroe gagged her. Tasha K did not realize that those videos were going to do what they did for his channel. He started getting more recognition. The views were flying. The subscribers were flying. And she had to put a halt to that. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, she watched Storm Monroe. And she knew Storm Monroe doesn't have it. It's no shade against her. He doesn't have the je ne sais quoi. She also understands that he was just on the platform going live. Jaguar was just going live telling, theories, stories, some truths. But Jaguar Wright, to me, and it's no shade, she's one of those aunties that does have wisdom, right? She's been through a lot. And she's one of those aunties that will sit outside, back down south. You'll sit on the porch with her. She'll be in her rocking chair. She'll smoke her cigarette and drink her liquor and tell you all about the stories. And, whether they're truth or lies, they're just so good and entertaining and polarizing. Before you know it, you've been sitting there for 5 hours and you feel like she done told you so much stuff. And you're like, wow, she has a lot of life experience. That's Jaguar Wright. She knows how to talk with passion and she knows how to do the pauses and the dramatic holds. And, she talks like this old soul Southern, she really knows how to reel you in with her delivery. You know what I mean? She should be like a public speaker or an actor because she's very good at the dramatization of the delivery. She takes you up, she takes you down, and she pauses. And she talks, and it's like a whole, and then she gets loud and she brings it down. It's like a whole energy thing. So people were enthralled by that, entertained by that. It was a whole movement. Tasha K saw this. Storm Monroe is growing. Now it's no longer about me. Now it's like, shit, he's catching up to her. And then the shade begins. In true Tasha K form, the shade begins. Oh yes, the shade begins. So Storm Monroe ends up getting an interview with Roseanne Barr. Which a lot of people know why Roseanne is out of work. That's why I was so, girl, listen. Roseanne is out of work, but isn't it funny that even Miss Stormisha, or Storm, she loves people that don't like black people. Tommy Sotomayor, Roseanne Barr, and now Tasha K. But that's a conversation for another day. Let's get into this. So this is what she said. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Storm. Look at him storming his way through this chat. 200,000 is around the corner. My boy is official. I'm officially retired from being his mentor. Sky's the limit, Storm. See you at the top. And be sure to always pay it forward to someone else. That's how you lead your blessings coming in, all right? I'm taking you off my boo. Congratulations, Storm Monroe. Now who should I take on? So, that whole post was shade, okay? That whole post was shade. First of all, I'm a grown man. You're not taking me off your boob. First of all, I don't even feel like Storm Monroe even knew that the mentorship was over. Because as we were all told, he was supposed to be a co-host on the podcast. But ever since the roast happened around the world, when he was sitting on the podcast with him and T.S. Madison, and he messed around and asked T.S. Madison how big her was. Oh, you don't remember when he asked T.S. Madison how big she likes her? Oh, you guys are surprised? Yes. Go back and watch it. He asked T.S. Madison how big her was. We haven't seen Miss Thing on the podcast since. Yikes. So, but we thought that this was going to be a show. Now, I'm sure after this live, probably next week, they'll gear up to do a podcast to show that they're friends and lovers, this, that, and the third. But it's a bunch of BS. Don't buy into it. I mean, she's gonna do it, but he's not. But we're gonna get it. She's gonna paint this picture like they're cool, and he's gonna have to fall for it and go with it because he's under contract. He's written up to her Kiwi studio, so she's got him so wrapped up in paperwork. If the man was feeling some type of way, he couldn't say anything about it. But he's an idiot for doing it. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into that in a second. So here's the tea. So she shades him in the release. I don't even think that he realized that he was getting released until he went on social media and looked and saw that he was retired. She probably didn't have a conversation with him. She didn't do anything. And to me, she did a horrible job mentoring him, because what mentor doesn't teach you how to interview? Because obviously she felt like there was an angle because she took the interview. We're going to get to the interview in a second. Okay, follow me. This is the story. I'm trying to get you guys to understand how it was happening. She's been in competition with her own mentee. She falls out with everybody. This is what she did to me and everybody else. This is how it works. She's not loyal to anybody. The minute you start growing, the minute you start getting things on your own, the minute you start going viral, she comes in to swoop and try to discredit and undermine. But she messed up in this situation. I'm gonna be real with you. Okay, so she shaded him. Let him go, because she's like, okay, the nigga's growing too fast, doing too much. All right, I'm finna make him a chess move. You know, I'm taking him off my boob. First of all, I'm a grown man. You're not taking me off of your boob. Stop playing with me. If you're mentoring me, don't play me like that. Don't even try. Don't even play with me like that. But she know who she can play with and who she can't. Okay. So it was interesting because then the girls were hitting me up. Storm Monroe's moderators. He's having his moderator shade Tasha K. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, this was allegedly, hold on. Oh, we're going to get to that too. Excuse me. That was some other tea. You guys are not ready for that. So here's what was said in the chat. Oh, I guess they were, I don't know what this is, but I guess they were saying this was light shade towards Tasha K. Are you a bald head skittle diddle? Get your bald headed some moon moo grease. In the same chat, this was said. Oh, no, not that one. Uh-oh. Did I not get it? Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, let me go get it. Let me go get that receipt, because y'all need that. Well, hold on. I didn't pull the right one. Let me go grab that for you so y'all can get this in English. Okay? Let me pull this for you so we can get it in English. Let me get this for you right now. Give me 1 second. If you haven't done so, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm going to wrap this all up for you girls in a second. Okay? Here we go. Shout out to the official campaign for the receipts on that. So here in the chat, it says, please don't advertise in the chat. No politics. Don't mention other YouTubers. Tasha K included. Okay. So now she's released him. Mind you, Storm Monroe doesn't like or comment on any of that stuff. Mind you, he's like a fly to poop when it comes to Tasha K's comments. When she's shading other YouTubers, when she's bigging him up, when she's sharing his stuff, he's on it like flies to poop, white on rice, maggots to fag. Ooh. Okay? He's on it like the decline letter on Jaguar's account. Quickly. All right? But yet, there was not a word. There was no comment. There was nothing. And so, well, people were like, well, why can't he say Tasha K? Why can't you say Tasha K's name? Well, the official Kingpin and Sean Davy Way and other people were doing videos and talking about the shade. And Tasha K tries to jump in front of it like she's not shading him. Like it's not shade, like they love each other. Everything is great. And then Storm Monroe's moderator goes out and starts speaking out. And let's hear what she had to say. Let's see what she said. The reason why Tasha K can be in the chat.
What we're putting in the chat is Tasha. It takes from his presentation of his topics, basically. it takes from the presentation. So we just been asking them not to, and they'll keep asking him when he's asking questions, do they have any questions? And they're like, oh, Tasha this, Tasha that. And you know, you could tell he kind of gets frustrated. So we asked him not to put YouTubers in the chat, and that includes his mentor.
Oh, okay. So here's one thing I would like to say to Storm. When you have somebody like Tasha K, your mentor, when your whole existence, when you've been given everything, when you've been handed stuff, girl, you're never going to be able to escape that. And Tasha K is not going to ever let you escape it. So now, all of a sudden, it's not good for Tasha K to be in the chat. This is ironic. When is it now? It's not okay for Tasha K to be mentioned when that is her chat too? I thought that was interesting. So Tasha K goes on this rant on how everybody's a hater and how they're not beefing. And it's not no shade. I don't believe it, because I feel like maybe he knows that it's shade, but he's so tied up and dumb because he just wanted to be, accepted. He's making money, so he doesn't get to talk. He signed to the contract. Lips is sealed. Don't get to do anything. He's a fool to me, honestly, because there's no way I would be letting a woman disrespect me like that, talk to me crazy, snub me for interviews, and I don't say nothing, but he can't. So they'll actually be good together, because he'll allow her to walk all over him, and she'll try to run to his rescue and defend it as if she's not shading him. But the way that Tasha K has been moving, it has been horrible. It's been nasty, but it's been the same way that she moves on everybody. So let's fast forward. So they got that little thing going on. So Tasha K now, all of a sudden, she's interviewing Jaguar WRIGHT. She sees Storm Monroe getting these views, getting this content. Now she's blaming it on Alicia Keys. Allegedly, Alicia Keys was in her inbox, and so that's why she decided to take the Jaguar WRIGHT story. However, I find it funny that Tasha K bigs herself up on not angling. And, she even tried to throw shade at Daytime and mine's relationship. She said that Daytime Tea Time always angles my content. She pulls from my energy, and in a sense to be shady, in a sense to say that it's wrong. Daytime should not be angling my content, is what she's saying. But ironically, Tasha K did the same thing to Storm. But we're going to talk about this, because I don't feel bad for Storm Monroe, because this is what happened when you sell your soul and you don't work for it yourself. But I just want to show y'all what's going on, because we're building all the way up to the Jaguar WRIGHT and to the lost followers of Tasha K. So let's get into some things, because I have the receipts for that. Okay, so Tasha K went on to Larry Reid's Live. And I want you guys to listen to this.
You know me, I don't chase.
So when she was asked about Candace and our relationship, and she threw shade at Candace from Daytime Tea Time, and I want you to really listen closely. Okay? Listen.
Between her and I, you know me, I don't chase. I don't follow behind stories that everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I noticed that in your pattern.
I don't. So I break stories. That is what I do. And so I would notice, any story that I broke out, of course I would talk to her about it. Right. But of course she would find an angle, and I'm like, listen, this is lovely. This is me and Lovely T all over again. This is not going to work out. And so I noticed the same thing is happening between them, where he'll do an hour and a half video and it's entertaining, and then she'll do it in 10 minutes, and it's like, oh.
I did see that.
You see what I'm saying? Because she's drawing from his energy. She drew from my energy.
I did.
She said that she was angling, Daytime was angling me, and she was drawing from my energy. So listen to what Tasha K said when it was brought up about her stealing the interview from Storm Monroe.
Who's better to get that angle? And I got it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't think that I sent the right one. No. I couldn't have sent the right one. No. Let me send it over. I didn't send the right one. No, let me send the right one so y'all can get it. I really want y'all to get this in English. I want y'all to get this in English. I want y'all to get this in English because I have a receipt. I want y'all to get this in English. We're going to get this in English. Hold on. I want y'all to hear how she started. Listen to this.
And celebrity gossip is different. That's not shaded as you put it. It's not I wouldn't, first of all, you guys know I don't chase behind other people's stories. But in this particular situation, there was an angle.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What did she say? Hold on, Larry.
Between her and I, like, you know me, I don't chase, I don't follow behind stories that everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I noticed that in your pattern.
I don't. So I break stories. That is what I do. And so I would notice, like, any story that I broke out, of course I would talk to her about it. Right. But of course she would find an angle, and I'm like, listen, this is lovely. This is me and Lovely T all over again. This is not going to work out.
Oh. Okay, so let's see what she said about Storm Monroe.
And celebrity gossip is different. That's not shaded as you put it. It's not I wouldn't, first of all, you guys know I don't chase behind other people's stories. But in this particular situation, there was an angle. As a journalist, like, who's better to get that angle?
Oh.
And I got it.
Oh.
I got it.
Yes, you did. You got it. And you seen the conviction in that? She got it. She took the angle. Now, this is why I think Storm Monroe is a freaking fool. I don't care what anybody says. As my mentee, if you go back and watch that video, I've downloaded, I don't know if she'll delete it, but she said that she sat and studied Jaguar for 2 days straight, watching every interview. Let me tell you something. Why I would never take the mentor at Tasha K or be dumb enough to sign a contract. She watched her mentee interview. Well, like I said, she knew, just like I knew, Storm Monroe don't have it. Storm Monroe is a spiteful growth. A lot of people hate Armon, so they want Storm Monroe to be successful. That's what a lot of that started from. That's why it started from her. The Jaguar Wright. They didn't want, Armon hates black women. Go to Storm Monroe. Armon will be pissed. Jaguar, get Storm Monroe to 100,000. I want to see Armon squirm. That's what it started off as. And then it was like, well, wait a minute. It's going too far. But she knew that Storm Monroe don't know how to interview. But she watched the views go up to 1,000 views. I mean, 1 million views. And she sat back. Storm Monroe did about 3 interviews with Jaguar Wright. Now this, I'm gonna tell you why she's a terrible mentor. If my mentee, after the first interview, she should have called him and said, hey bro, that was good. You got your 1 million. You jumped up there, you did your thing. We winning, we in it. So next time, why don't you try to come in and get to know Jaguar? Interview her, like really show your interview skills, because to be honest with you, she just kind of took over your platform and went live. But hey, we won't say that publicly. I'm still team you, so you still the king. But we know, between you and I, we know she just really went live. You didn't really do much. But this time, as your mentor to mentee, let's try to do an actual interview. And be true to yourself. Now, you might stumble. You might not. The people might like you. The people might not. The people, they love Jaguar. So even if you come across a little condescending, you're going to have to learn that to step your interview chops up. She didn't do that. Instead, what she did, she sat back, let him get the views, watch Jaguar go live and use Storm's channel. And she was sitting back like, damn, this nigga not even really interviewing. He not even a real interview. So I'm going to take the interview. But then, now this is where it gets twisted. She took the interview in attempt, because this is where the jealousy comes out, in an attempt to debunk and make Jaguar Wright look a damn fool. Why would she do that? Well, I feel like she was, and I talked to somebody earlier today, but she was testing out to see if her audience would just blindly follow her like they usually do. Anything she says, they just blindly follow. And so she was going to attempt to make Storm look like a fool, like she does everybody else, when it comes to interviews that she's feeling like competitive with. In that same live, I didn't screen record it because I didn't feel like it was necessary. But in that same live, she was talking about how this is the real interview. She's a real interviewer. She was interviewing Jaguar for her, right? So I'm saying that to say she's a terrible mentor, because it's all about her. And I think where she messed up and forgot, she was not surprised. She was shocked at how many people actually had Storm's back. But I'm gonna tell you why. You forced Stormed on the people. You forced him on people. They've been telling you he's trash. He's gay. He doesn't even know black people. He's not entertaining. She pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. So then they end up liking him because they like her. However, the nigga ends up going viral. Tasha K's been trying to go viral. Tasha K has not been viral since R. Kelly. Tasha K had a girl from Bad Girls Club coerced her into getting drunk and ODing online. And then a day later, all of a sudden, the girl was back. Hi, Tasha, love you. Tasha K has been reaching in for straws and stretching for anything to stick. And nothing is sticking. Everything is declining like Jaguar WRIGHT debit card in the McDonald's line on a Sunday morning. Beep, beep. Not going through. It's not going through. Do you have another card, ma'am? Not going through. Another card, ma'am? Not going through. Another card, ma'am? Another card, ma'am? Not going through. It's not sticking. Oh, yeah. And so she wasn't ready for that. She was shocked. So she went in there. Then she went in there coming at Jaguar. And this is what the thing was interesting for me with the Jaguar piece. Tasha K, Jaguar is you. You were Jaguar. And I'm going to get into why I think this interview did not resonate, because she was sweating today. She was all over the place. She was uploading lives. She first of all, she knew she had messed up because she went live before the show aired to basically let y'all know, I really messed up, y'all. Jaguar cussed me out. Then she was going on platform to platform after the interview, acting like she was unbothered. Then she woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, went live from her closet on the backup page, then uploaded it on her main page, then started talking about she not helping nobody. She was just spazzing out all day. Okay? But I'm going to tell you why I think it didn't work. I think it didn't work because Tasha K was not being true to herself. Okay? She's not being true to herself, and her audience was not ready for that kind of Tasha K. Tasha K typically always goes with the thoughts and the views of the interviewee. She never seems to go against the interviewer or kind of comes in a way of, I don't believe you, or girl, prove it. That's more my style. Actually, she always used to shade me for that and said that I won't get guests because, I kind of challenged the interviewer. However, in an effort to angle her mentee and to kind of make Jaguar WRIGHT look a fool, because she does feel like Jaguar WRIGHT was like a blogger and Tasha K cannot take any competition, or any black woman, any woman with a loud mouth and a voice that can garner views, that has influence. She can't take that. She feels threatened by that. That's why she said, oh, Jaguar, you should be. She looked at Jaguar like a blogger. So she attempted to get Jaguar on there and make her look stupid. Now, you guys know how I feel about Jaguar. I think Jaguar is trash. I think Jaguar will lie. I think Jaguar does live in Lululand. I've never not said that. Some stuff is true, but I think some stuff is just for the runaround, the rigmarole. But in this situation, I feel like the viewers disconnected with Tasha because Tasha K always uses the black woman. They don't like me because I'm a loud, strong, bald-headed, short-haired, dark-skinned black woman. Well, she loves to play that black woman undertone, black woman oppressed undertone, especially when it comes to other media platforms, gay men, anybody else. I'm a black woman. Y'all don't like me because I'm a black woman? Because I got short hair and I'm dark skinned and I got a loud mouth? What's this? The black woman that you're talking about, that your platform is for, that you're doing it for, sis, you're Jaguar Wright. You're supposed to be protecting that black woman. Aren't you supposed to be doing it for that black woman? And so for you to get her on your platform and demean her and then call her mentally ill in the same sentence of you talking about her now gone son, that was disgusting and unacceptable. And quite frankly, Tasha K, you're a fraud. So you need to stop using the black woman. Because you don't care about the black woman. Because when you had a black woman up there telling you her story, that was the time for you to empathize. But because of your thirst to go viral, your jealousy and your envy of other people making moves and your own mentee, you dropped the ball. And the people saw through you. That's what happened. That's what happened. See, it's all fun and games when you're playing the black woman BS to somebody that's not the black woman that you are supposed to be protecting. You see, Jaguar Wright wasn't a gay man. Jaguar Wright wasn't a white woman. Jaguar Wright wasn't Cardi B. Jaguar Wright was you. And you didn't protect her. But that's all you are about, right? The black woman, the dark-skinned, loudmouth, short-hair black woman, right? I'm trying to see something. Hold on. Sorry, that's you and Jaguar Wright. That's you and Jaguar Wright. That's the black woman you're supposed to be protected. Instead, you were being condescending to her. You were almost acting like you were better than her. All over Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige, Diddy. All of a sudden, now Jaguar Wright exposes these people, and well, girl, you do the same thing. So I don't understand how you guys didn't hit it off. Oh, is that because you were trying to find an angle? Because she already gave Storm Monroe 1 million views over and over. And you were trying to find a way to discredit him and hope that your audience would flip on her and all laugh at her. And then it would in turn show, this is why I am the mentor. This is why I'm the one that can come at this angle. I'm the one that is going to sit down and do the Jaguar Wright interview. I've watched all of her interviews and no interview is going to look like this. See, when your ego meets your greed, you end up spazzing out and backtracking and fumbling, sis. All for 1 million views. And I'm sure she'll go live and she'll throw Storm Monroe somewhere on a podcast. And unfortunately, he'll have to sit up there and act like he's happy. He's an idiot because there's no way as a grown man I will be sitting letting a woman step all over me like this. Nobody will be stepping all over me like this. But she said she's got him sign the contract so the man can't even speak. She even alluded that he was getting flued out by a nigga. Wow. First class by a nigga. Just saying. We're not surprised, but I'm just saying. He can't say stuff like that about her. But that's his fault. That's what he gets. I don't feel bad, but I just want you guys to understand. Tasha K does this to everybody. And no matter what they say or do, that woman shaded him. And that woman tried to shade Jaguar Wright. All to go viral. She's a dirty, dirty, disgusting dog. But I've said this all along and no one believed me. She will do anything. Do anything, especially when it comes to the interview. She will snub you. She will violate you because she cannot handle it. She did it to me. This is why we are no longer cool. People thought I was lying. I'm so glad I'm at this point today where I can sit back and be like, I told you I was not lying. Just like I wasn't lying when I said that woman said she lies for content. She will step on you for an interview. And then guess what? Her out is, well, it's just business. You can't feel bad. Don't be fooled. Storm Monroe knows what's going on. That's why he don't want her name in the chat. Now, they can act like everything is all good, but we're humans. You can't never tell me that he ain't been irritated with Tasha K. It's not all kisses and rainbows over there, and if it is, he's a fool. This is no hate. This is no shade. I personally think that Tasha K didn't really do a bad job interviewing because I probably would have interviewed more in that style. Like, girl, what's the tea? However, that's not what she does. So she had a motive behind it, and that's why her audience was thrown off, because it wasn't genuine. It was spiteful. It was shady. Could I use malarkey? It was something that was just not, it wasn't right. And it didn't fit right. It didn't sit right, especially as a black woman. A woman that plays into this black woman stigma and this black woman equality and this, let's go for black woman and I'm dark skinned and they don't like us because we big mouth and dark and have buzz cuts. We need to stick together. Yet you had one on your platform and you completely tried to annihilate her and make her look like she was a mental head case. And so this is why the people didn't fool with you. They seen through your BS with your mentee, even though he can't say anything. He has to just keep taking it right up his rear and have to smile like everything is all great when you should have never done that. First of all, you should have never interviewed Jaguar Wright. Should have let that boy have that. I can't stand him, but you should have let that boy have that interview. Why did you have to jump in on that moment? That was his moment. You should have let him have it. But you had to take it. You had to just take it. Huh? You just had to take it like you have to do everybody else. You have to try to step in on somebody else's moment. You just had to find an angle. And it backfired. Tasha K, you're trash. You're never going to be happy because you don't have any loyalty to anybody. And anybody that gets close to you is a fool. She shouldn't have took that from that boy. She shouldn't have, as his mentor, you should have taught him how to do it. You should have advised him on how to do it. You don't sit back and figure out how you're going to do it better than him. That's what you did. That's why you said there was an angle. Let's find it again. Didn't she say that?
And celebrity gossip is different. That's not shaded as you put it. It's not I wouldn't, first of all, you guys know I don't chase behind other people's stories. But in this particular situation, there was an angle. And as a journalist, like, who's better to get that angle? And I got it.
Right. But this is the same one that said that Daytime tried to angle me. And we're about to open up the lines. So listen, what I need you guys to do right now, is subscribe. I'm about to play this one more time.
Happened between her and I. Like, you know me, I don't follow behind stories that everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I noticed that in your pattern.
I don't. So I break stories. That is what I do. And so I would notice, like, any story that I broke out, of course I would talk to her about it. Right. But of course she would find an angle, and I'm like, listen, this is lovely. This is me and Lovely T all over again. This is not going to work out. And so I noticed the same thing is happening between them, where he'll do an hour and a half video and it's entertaining, and then she'll do it in 10 minutes, and it's like, oh.
I did see that.
You see what I'm saying? Because she's drawing from his energy. She drew from my energy.
In the mix.
Who is this freak of nature?
With DJ Armon.
All right, now this is what you guys all have been waiting for. You guys have been waiting to call in. Listen, we need at least 10 subscribers to call in. Oh, yes. And listen, let's be very clear. I want to be clear on that. Candace does not angle me. She like, bitch, make sure they know that I don't angle you. No, she don't angle me. She gives me a lot of tea. And actually, she gives me tea, and then we share tea. So yeah, she don't angle me. So y'all know that. And I don't feel like she does. But my thing is, if you think that if she thought that angling was a bad thing, why would you do it to Storm? I'm waiting for somebody to justify that. I dare somebody to call, because I have receipts. That was a receipt. So this is not no hate. This is not Tasha K shade. This is not bitter. We're on our way to 100K now. Y'all asked for this live. So I had to break it down in English. She's a fraud. It's all about clicks and views. And she has no loyalty. She'll spit on her own mama if it means she'll get 1 million views. Is what it is. All right. The calling number, 563-999-3658. Let's get it popping. I mean, child, let's see if we can really make it. Can we hit 100K tonight? Baby, let me tell you something. We got 77,000 people in the chat. I don't know. This is a record number. Somebody screenshot this. Let me take these girls off. Let me take these peculiar looking women off of here. I'm done looking at these bold-faced women. These some bold-looking women, okay? Some bold-looking women. Oh, some bold-looking women. First of all, let's just look at these two women. My God. They are one and the same. My God. My God. My God. Jag, jag, jag. Tasha, Tasha, Tasha. Damn, you guys are some lookers. Whoa. Wow, wow, wow. All right. And so, this is a legendary show. Absolutely. So we're going to take some calls. Let's go ahead and have a subscribe party right now. How many do we need to get to where we need to go? All right, let's see if we can get 25 people to subscribe. I need 25 of you guys to subscribe right now. Let's get 25 subscribers right now, and let's start taking some calls, baby. All right, so we got a private caller on the line. Let me tell you something. No cursing, don't get too out of hand. I'm not doing a lot of warnings. I'm just hanging up, okay? A private caller, you're live on the air.
Hey, Armon. I already know
what's going
on?
Okay.
So, you ain't got to give me the warning. I love you to death.
Hold on. I want to make something clear, too, because I see this a lot. They be like, Armon, you look just like them. I want y'all to understand this. I am a Negro. I'm a black man, okay? Gay men that like men, okay? If I'm into women, I don't want my woman to resemble a nigga. So y'all not shading me by saying that they look like me, because I know I look more like a man than I do a woman. So really, by y'all saying that they look just like me is confirming my point. Stupid. I look like a rough man. So I don't get why y'all think y'all shading me. I'm a boy. I'm a boy. I look like a boy. I don't look like a woman. I'm a boy. So you're saying that these two peculiar looking women look like men. We know that's what you mean. You know they look like men. We look like three boys. The Migos. There go Offset with the braids. Well, never mind. I was going to try to do it. But, I mean, I got the Jaguar hair. Look at me and Jag. Me and Jag look like twins. She just ain't got no beard. Okay. I'm gonna stop playing with y'all. I'm just stop playing with y'all. Okay, I'm stop playing with y'all. All right. Okay, sorry. Let me bring that caller back. Pops. Okay, hello.
Hey, Armon.
Hi.
Armon just cut me off. I know you had to explain that, but just to be fair, at least Jaguar, in terms of looks, has something to work with.
Oh.
She has something. You can play with the makeup with her. She's a beautiful woman. It's just that the place and the space that she is in now is what you see. And she's going through that transition point in terms of spiritually. So that's why she may look a little off, but she has something to work with. She has pictures from like early on in her career where she's gorgeous, but not Tasha, And I see, and you clock that. When you look in Tasha K's eyes when she was interviewing that woman, it's like she wanted her to stop breathing. It was pure hatred. When you're talking to a sexual, survivor, or a sexual abuse survivor, how did Tasha, and people were talking about this because I had to click off. It was so wicked and dare I say demonic. How are you asking her in detail about these incidents, and you're asking questions about the hymen?
Yes, she did. She tried to really play that woman.
Did she? Then she tried. This also served another purpose too. Oh, you forgot just one thing. You're just like me. I love you to death. Shout out to the chat too. Remember, you guys, when she kept asking this woman said that she's in danger. She's like, I'm exposing everything. I'm putting everybody's tea out there. I'm in danger. Why did Tasha keep asking about where she was?
Where she's at.
The location. I said, I was saying to myself, I said, Jaguar needs to hang up. I said, this sounds like a setup. I said, this sounds like a setup. Then to prove a setup, towards the end of the interview, I'm excited, Armon, so please forgive me. She's tried to say that Jaguar's husband had a gun. Did you see that?
Yes. Hold on. Is there still an echo, guys? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So, yeah, she tried. I said, well, thank God she's not a cop. How did you mistake? And then you scream it out for your audience. You scream it out for the world to see. Is that a gun? I said, this chicken right here is grimy. I said, Jaguar, I know you're probably going through some things, mentally and spiritually. And but that woman is dangerous. And she's in more than one way. It was like a setup, and it was like to destroy her spirit. She's been through a lot. And she was like, and what was fascinating is, Tasha, and she threw that out there. Oh, I was molested, and then she turns around and treats her.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
She said the M word. I'm so sorry. I didn't know I couldn't say that. She said I was M word. Okay, I'm so sorry. And then she turns around and treats her own trauma like it's better than Jaguar's. Like, well, how many times were you R word? How many times were you hanged out? I was just like, this woman, I seen the devil with no edges. I seen it. Like,
she wanted to make a mockery out of her and a laughing stock.
Way. But I do. At one point in time, she tried to throw out, her supposed quote unquote mental illness, and then Jaguar checked her. Like, no, you're not going to do that to me. You're not going to belittle me. And then that's a part of the setup, because if I label you as mentally ill and it sticks, then that means that, if something was to happen to you, a oopsie daisy type of thing, you know what I mean? You're open, and that's what Jaguar was clocking. And I'll just also say real quick, I really wish, I like you, Storm. I believe that there was a rift that was deliberately created between her. With her, between you two. I'm not saying that y'all got to get all buddy-buddy, but y'all can both thrive in this and shut that type of spirit down. And
I just don't like weak men. I don't like weak men. He's too weak, and I don't like a follower.
He seems like soft-spoken. He doesn't really have a voice. He doesn't want to upset anybody. He has his lane, and you have yours. And we love you both. Balanced people, we love y'all both.
Thank you.
I'm just going to close off with that. Thank you, baby. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Yes. Listen, I don't have a problem with nobody, but don't be trying to come for my father, and don't be being weak. Like, you weak. Like, you talk too much crap to be letting a woman step on you and spit in your face. All right, let's see what's going on. We got a full queue. It's a lot going on, but listen, we cannot start with the M words, the R word. Let's just cut out the, just say abuse. Don't even go with the other stuff. Please tread lightly on that, because, girl, we need this to do well. I need my coin, okay? All right. Okay, 4205 for the super chat. Hello?
Hey, boo.
Hey, what's going on? We're having a legendary show tonight. We have over 7,000 people in the chat. I know you see it.
I definitely see it, but I want you to stop saying tonight. We always have a legendary show.
Yes, we do. We always do. Go ahead.
Okay. So I always sit back when things happen, because I watch everything you do and everything you put out. And I love when you get validated. I love when people call you out your name and then people do exactly what you say they're going to do. Yesterday, watching her interview, and I normally don't watch her because I can't deal with the screaming and the chat too ignorant for me, but something called my attention to that interview. And when I got off the phone from watching it, it literally made my skin crawl. It was one of the most disgusting things I've seen in a long time. And everything that she planned backfired. I was mad at her because she actually made me feel sorry for Jaguar Wright when we was done with that interview. You know,
right.
It was a drag fest, and she used the wrong things to drag her. She could have used all the crazy things she was saying about celebrities. She could have used that. Instead, she used her childhood trauma, the very same childhood trauma that she went through, to drag another woman. That's the part that I found so disrespectful, and I found so nasty about it. You know, but yet she criticized others for saying even small things about the black woman. You know, it was just also hypocritical, and I don't like how she operates in this idea that other bloggers who don't have as much as she has is beneath her. And you can tell that she operates in that with the way she interviewed people, with how she did her mentee. It's just sad. Everything you said about her is correct. You saw her insecurities in that interview. You saw the fact that, you know, she thinks she's better than people. Asking that lady where she lives, and she's trying to prove whether or not she's homeless. You know, saying that she was close with Swiss Beats' mother. I thought you was a blogger for the people. When did you become a blogger for the celebrities? I was so confused by the whole interview. It was just so phony, so fake. But like you said, it was very typical Tasha.
Yeah, and even this, she wanted this, but I don't think she wanted this on this level. She wanted people to talk. She wanted to go viral. But I think even if she go, because I don't care if she gets her million, whatever. She went viral for this interview, but it was for the wrong reason. And I think she slipped up, and people starting to really see who she is. And really, I think she gagged. I think she gagged because she's so narcissistic, and she thinks that, you know, she has the most influence, and because a lot of her winos in the general public usually will take her side. But when you pit her against with another black woman that's just like her, they picked a side, and it was not Tasha K. They took the Jaguar Wright side, and she gagged because Tasha is used to everybody picking her side. They didn't pick her side this time.
Exactly. And you want to know what? She's so used to spilling salacious news and her followers going along with it that she didn't see this coming. But you want me to tell you something? I am glad that it happened to a woman equal of her looks, because I really feel like if this was a different kind of woman, this wouldn't have had the same impact. So I'm glad that people got to see it from a different angle. What she did was wrong, and whether or not Jaguar Wright know that she was treated wrong in that interview, or no matter how she feel, I feel like she stepped on a lot of women's toes with some of the nasty things and some of the ways she was phrasing some of her questions. It was offensive, and it was horrible.
Absolutely.
But
and what did you think about, because I don't want this to go over the people's head either. What did you think about how she said that daytime angles me, and then she went on live and said she basically angled Storm Monroe's interview? Wasn't that interesting? That audio I played?
And like I said, everything is a double standard with her. Everything is a double standard. You know, or when she said, I was trying to look for the receipts, but she called Armon Wiggins a minion. You know, or like it's certain things that I noticed that she's trying to pin the two against each other, or feeling like Candace has bravery now that she's your friend. You know, I peeped that about her. She's very self-conscious about the relationship she had with Candace, with the relationship she had with Lovely T, because she continues to be the factor for why everybody don't mess with her. So I peeped that about her a long time ago. But no, I just feel like
So what do you think next week when you'll see a podcast with her and Storm Monroe smiling it up like they're BFFs?
That is fake. And she got the right mentee though. She got
she do. She got the right mentee.
Yeah.
Because he's
the money.
Yes. Go ahead. You saying it. I'm sorry. You saying it.
Okay, he cares more about the money than he do the work. So she got the right mentee. So he gonna be able to let her trample over him. He don't care about how loud she is about it, because he ain't here for the culture. He's here for the money.
Period. He don't even know black people. Okay, so he doesn't even relate. So he cares about the money. So if the money's there, step all on me, spit in my face, punch me, kick me. I don't care, just as long as I'm getting paid. And so he's going to continue to take it. She's going to continue to walk all over him. So it is what it is. And that's why I can't vibe with it. But thank you.
Yep. You're welcome, boo.
Bye. All right. Yes, we're getting into some things. Listen, we got way too many people on here for y'all to just be looking and not subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. We need 40 more subscribers to hit our 97,000.5 at our halfway mark. Come on. Let's hit that button so I can take some more calls. Super chats to the top. All right. Who we got? 8534. And if any of our moderators can help us with the super chat, with the numbers, it'll be great. 8534. Let me see. I got a little list working over here that I can see, but just help me out a little bit. 8534. Okay, 8534. Thank you.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. This is Ruby. It's my first
Hey, Ruby. What's poppin', Ruby? What's poppin', Ruby?
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
First time getting through. I do want to say real quick, out of all the celebrity bloggers or whatever you call them, you're my favorite.
Thank you.
So I'm glad I got through. But anyway, to get to the point, Tasha K, I don't really watch her too much. I have before, but she's not really my cup of tea. But I did watch the interview.
Mm-hmm.
I have a different opinion than I think other people have. I don't feel like she was too hard on Jaguar.
Mm-hmm.
I get that she has childhood trauma. I do too. I have a lot of childhood trauma, and I do a lot of trash shit sometimes. Sometimes I say some shit. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yes.
Sometimes I say a lot of stuff that, when I think back, maybe I shouldn't have gone too far, right?
Yes.
And I feel like Jaguar says a lot of stuff, and she talks a lot of stuff about a lot of people, and we don't know how much of it is true or not.
She
does.
I
feel like it's not unfair to question her mental stability based
I
on
agree.
what she's been through.
And I'm with you, because I'm with you on that. I'm all the way with you, because I don't really do Jaguar. However, Tasha K, that's never been her stance. So this is coming out of left field for her audience, is what I'm trying to get you, just what I'm trying to say. So because remember, I don't know how long you've been watching me, but when I was saying this about Jaguar, Tasha K then posted a picture of me and Jaguar side by side and said, I'm always tearing down black women.
Yeah,
and
I've been
that's the reason.
About a year.
So that's the reason why Jaguar even felt cool to even beat Team Tasha and Storm, because it was Armon hates black women. We're gonna big you up. So then for her to come on her platform and completely try to embarrass her, the people were like, "Oh, that's weird." And then
I know, but I also feel like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
But I feel like people were more on Jaguar's side because all her interviews have been so messy. People like the messy. People like gossip and people getting exposed. And I feel like that's why they were so bothered by it. And I'm not taking up for Tasha K because I really don't like her. I don't like Tasha K.
No, I mean, you're talking real. Well, here's the thing. You're talking. The reason why people like Jaguar, and I've said this before, I'll be honest with you. Jaguar has the story of the underdog. Everybody likes the good underdog. So she knows how to get to those ones, and a lot of people see themselves in her. So and all these other celebrities that she drags, they appear to be more successful, more well off. So no one wants to, cheer for the one that looks like they're doing well. Everybody wants to be happy for the one that's saying, "Well, it was me," to a certain degree.
Especially since she goes so hard with it. Like she goes so hard.
I'm with you.
And I think that's why people like her so much. I don't think people really genuinely like Jaguar that much. She's not really that likable. Like, I think they like the drama that she brings. And she likes this. Yeah, she's exposing people who we do see as having privilege and, rich and famous. And that's what people like about it. So I think maybe that's partly why people were so upset with Tasha K. And then, it was.
But Tasha does the same. But Tasha does the same thing. Tasha does the same thing. She does the same thing, and that's why they like her. Because Tasha K will get up there and pull that, I'm a black woman, I'm loud, and I'm this. But she couldn't do that with Jaguar because she was coming across like she was better than. So when you got two underdogs together, Jaguar was the under. And Tasha K was trying to make it seem like she was trying to play her. But Tasha K do the same thing. So Tasha K plays in that field. That's why a lot of people like Tasha K, because she'll get on there and say, I'm loud and I'm black. And when I do stuff, they never want to give me my credit. No, because I'm a black woman. She plays that same BS. It just didn't work last night.
Yeah.
She met her match.
And I think because most people, people didn't expect it. Yeah, and Jaguar, and that's the other thing. She did meet her match.
She met her match.
I feel like Jaguar's even hard. Like, she's harder than Tasha K. She goes harder. So I feel like she was overpowered by her. And I did, I saw the live. I didn't see it live, but I saw, I watched most of the video, and I saw a lot of comments saying, let her talk, stop interrupting. And I'm like, you got to interrupt somebody like Jaguar. She don't stop talking. So I don't feel like Tasha K had any control over that interview. And that's another thing that played against her. But, yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the Storm interview. I haven't watched any of them because I'm really not interested in Jaguar Wright. But I did hear that he kind of just asked a few questions here and there, and she just went.
Jaguar Wright pretty much, I didn't watch it either, but from what I got from it, Jaguar Wright just went on his platform and went live and told all her stories for 4 hours, and people loved it, like you said, and they watched. He didn't really interview. Right. If he really interviewed, Tasha K wouldn't have had an angle. So that was my thing. She sat back and watched 3 of his interviews. You trying to tell me three interviews, 3 million views, and we still don't know Jaguar Wright? Well, that nigga's trash, and she knows it. How can you do 3-hour interviews and still we don't know who the hell Jaguar Wright is? But she knew. But as a mentor, you know that. Why you didn't guide him? Instead, you angled it and took it for yourself. She's shady.
Like I said, she didn't want. Like, first, she didn't expect it to be that popular. I mean, that successful, and she didn't want. Like, of course, you don't want. Not of course, but yeah, she's the type. She don't want the person under her to get higher, even if he's still only at 100 and whatever thousand, and she's. I know she lost like 1,000 or whatever, but she's still at 800 and something thousand. You know, still, she's the type. She is that competitive, but I feel like she may bounce back because I don't think she took that much of a loss. But I don't care either way because, I mean, whatever. She'll do something else messy, and people will forgive and forget, and whatever. Like
whatever. Thank you. Thank you, caller.
It was a weird interview.
Thanks, Boo. Thanks for calling in, Ruby. Thanks for calling.
All right, thanks for taking my call.
Bye. Okay, cool. Who we got? Okay, 5105.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to say, so I watched the video because of, all the controversy around Jaguar and her popping up on different interviews. Tasha K, her face, she had a one-track mind and an agenda to discredit, Jaguar. You could see that. Her face was like the whole time from the beginning. Then, her angle, if she was trying to do a critical interview, she just wanted to make her look like a fool and unstable. And I would say it was sort of trying to be a style, but I wouldn't give her that much credit because she never had an open mind. She was just trying to make her look like a fool. And then, when you do an interview, you go where the questions lead you. If you hear something that sounds inconsistent, you may ask, you let it lead you there, and you ask challenging questions. She didn't do that. Her mind was made up.
Her mind was made up
to discredit her.
Yes.
And then the one question I want to ask you, when you do it, you're effective. You take it where it leads you, and if it's something that needs to be followed up on, you do it. The one question I want to ask you, because she saw that 1 million views and then realized this girl is messy, people like that, she has a messiness to her, and then if Storm, I didn't watch his interviews, but if she basically took over his platform and got 1 million views, do you think maybe she says, well, is this competition? Let me discredit her now in case she, makes more videos.
Absolutely. She was trying to. Yes, she was definitely trying to discredit all the work that's why that's crazy. Why would you knew what kind of interview your mentee did, and you took it upon yourself to kind of go in and make her look the exact opposite that the image he had kind of helped her paint of herself. You kind of came and tried to paint a completely different image. So it would be debunking everything that they did. Why would you do that?
Yes, she did it to him. She dragged him down too to make him look foolish. Like you said, it just highlights that he didn't ask the right questions.
Yes.
I mean, she underlined that. For so many reasons, it's crazy. But
it was more like, let me show you how to really do an interview. That's what that was the interview she was on. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I just wanted to say that, but you see through things and you get it quick. I mean, it's
I picked up on her a long time ago, and they think it's jealousy and stuff like that. Like I said, I can't stand Storm Monroe because I think he's weak, and I don't like that he tried to take on Tasha K's battle, me and Tasha K's beef, and he talks a bunch of bull crap, but he not really about that life. And my thing is that you letting this woman tell you, embarrass you, and say she taking her boob out of your mouth, and you don't really do interview, you letting her undermine you, and you gonna go sit on her platform and kiki like we all hating and like we're not seeing what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Because you so stupid, you done went inside the contract because you've never fit in anywhere. So now you're finally fitting in and getting a couple of dollars. So you'll sit there and let this woman spit in your face and discredit you all for some change. It's sad.
All facts. How you think he's feeling now, knowing the truth?
Well, I think he's feeling good. He probably made hella money with that Jaguar stuff. So he probably, somewhere with his man on a booze cruise. But anyway.
Yeah, but also hopefully smart enough to realize all the things she did to him and saying, damn, they were right. You know what I'm saying? Regardless.
Well, he know that, but he can't say nothing. Could you imagine if he tried to speak out? Do you know how many times, oh, girl, don't get me started, girl. I was about to say something, girl. You know how many me and Tasha K would bring on her platform to say that was sleeping with Storm Monroe? He can't never say nothing. Yeah. She know all his teeth. Yeah. He literally moved up there and stayed with her. So, girl, he can't say nothing. Because everything she said, we going to believe it.
True, but it got to be sickening for him to know the position he's really in now. I don't know if he knew from the beginning or he knows, but he knows for a fact now with this interview. And
guess what he going to do? He going to sit there and keep taking it like he been doing on the DL, like nothing is going on. Thank you. All right, he been taking it from behind on the low. He gonna continue to take it with a smile on his face. Okay, let's keep it moving. Where we at with the queue? Okay, 2755. Okay, let me see where you at. I'm just going to the super chats right now because we got a lot of people in the queue. 2755. Okay, 2755, get ready. Let's take a quick word from our sponsors and we'll be right back. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button right now, please. We are growing and it's showing. Let's get into some things. If you guys are having a good time, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we'll be right back. Oh, that's not the right one. Hey, this is the right one. Everybody, it's your boy Armon, and this video is sponsored today by Manscaped, home of the Lawnmower 3.0. Combining third-generation innovations in design, power, and hygiene, the Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer with skin-safe technology is the perfect tool for an incredible grooming experience. Compact design, the diamond-textured, no-slip grip, LED, and compact design help you navigate all your nooks and crannies, wet or dry. Advanced engineering, upgraded 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology. The Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer features precision engineered blades for confident trimming below the waist. This thing is waterproof, guys. Safely take care of business in the lawnmower. The only shock being on your partner's face for the trim job well done. You guys can use my code Armon20 to receive 20% off of this fantastic product, okay? So make sure you guys go and check that out and go get yours, because guess what? I got mine and I love it. Manscaped, your balls, so thank you. Make sure you use my code at checkout, Armon20. Okay, hello.
Armon.
Hey, what's going on?
I was sitting back shaking, okay, like, ooh, I'm next, I'm next. You know I love you. Anyway,
yes, talk to me.
So, I mean, my thing with Jaguar, right, is, I'm kind of both-sided with it, because on one end, with the research that I do, and I'm a conspiracy theorist, what they, you know what I'm saying, that's what they call us, but whatever. I kind of believe certain things, but I just, her delivery is what's off about it. If a lot of people that are foreign to stuff like that, it's going to be harder for them to take because of her delivery. It seems like she's coming from a broken place, you know what I mean? It seems like she's bitter, you know what I mean, towards it. So it doesn't help sell what she's trying to get people to realize and understand, you know what I mean? You got to be when exposing people, when it's real and we know how disgusting this industry is, you have to. Man, it's almost impossible to do because people are so they worship these people. You know what I mean? So
your phone is cutting in and out. Her phone, you got to call back. Your phone is cutting in and out. Your phone is cutting in and out. 9761. We got two people. It's cutting in and out. Sorry, 9761. That is cutting in and out. 9761. That is cutting in and out. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Armon, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, first of all, your show is so lit. I've been rocking with you since forever. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you.
Thank you.
Listen, so everybody pretty much already called and said everything that I was gonna say. So I'm gonna just keep it simple and say, listen, it was the questions for me. Like, I was not feeling that interview. Like, she talked about she wanted to, like, get, introduce us to Jaguar, the human being, and the woman. And it was more of an interrogation than an interview. Like, I just wasn't with it. Like, asking her, was she homeless? Like, I'm like, girl, this is COVID-19. Do you know how many people have been evicted? How many people are having hard times? What does it have to do with her character? Like, are you serious? I just wasn't here for any of it. And I'm so proud of the people that they saw through it. Like, whatever game Tasha was trying to play, we saw it firsthand, how nasty and ugly she really is.
Well, yeah, but I think this is a sense where trying to go viral and trying to exploit a situation and trying to not stand in your lane, right? If she'd have just left this to her mentee, she'd have had another moment. But she's so greedy, it backfired.
Right.
In all honesty,
it definitely backfired.
In all honesty, it wouldn't have been a bad interview, to some, but this wasn't Tasha K's normal character. Because I'll be honest with you, I probably would have interviewed Jaguar a little bit more interrogation style, and people probably would have been here for it, because it's like, girl, y'all know me. If you watch me, I'm like, girl, you're full of it. Like, let's really get into some things. Now, I wouldn't have been about your hymen and this and that. Like, I wouldn't have tried to play her like that. You know what I mean? I would have just let's have a dialogue.
I do believe that you would have asked her some hard questions, you know what I'm saying, and really got down to it, but I don't think that you would have came off as malicious. And her questions just came off really malicious. It was almost like she had a ill intent before the interview even started. That's what I got from it.
Well, she did, because remember, she said she talked to Alicia Keys and she's friends with Swiss Beats and this, that, and the third. So to me, it's like she's trying to build relationships, because if you look at it, Tasha K's channel, I've realized this. I mean, we're giving her clout here. I mean, let's just toot my own horn. I really wasn't supposed to do this interview. I'm gonna be honest with you, because there were so many people when I even posted what was going on, nobody knew. I'm actually helping her go viral right now, because a lot of people didn't even know what's going on. And I'm looking at the chat, and even with 1 million views and hundreds of thousands of views, there's people that have still not watched their Storm Monroe or Tasha K interview, but they're watching this show right now, and I'm sending people over there. You get what I'm saying? So she's just trash. Yeah. She's trash.
She is absolute trash. And you tried to tell us, and now we know, you know what I'm saying? We have seen it with our own eyes. That is crazy. You did tell us, though.
But I realize this. Anyway, Tasha K really is not that. Tasha K is really not that hot. When you sit back, she's been literally trying to go viral for weeks. She doesn't have a lot of content. I mean, she got that girl online and gave us a fake address where the house is on sale online. That wasn't even where the girl really lived. And then the next day, she did all that fake crime with no tears, and then had the interview exclusive. Then it was supposed to be exclusive for Patreon. However, this is a once in a lifetime release on her main platform. Of course, after you fake cried, gave us this address, and did all of this to go viral, because she's stagnant, she's stuck, and no real celebrities will go on her platform.
I believe that. She does make up content, and integrity is everything, and she has absolutely none. None to her viewers, none to her people, none to her
mentee, nothing.
Yeah, just nothing. Just nothing. But I think that hopefully this is a lesson learned for her. For her, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what she's thinking right now. But if she's reading the comments and seeing these videos, I hope she gets something from it.
Yeah, and I hope she continues doing what she's doing, because I'm here for the train wreck. She here's the thing. She packages it up very beautifully with production and stuff, but it's just all boo-boo. If you really think it stinks, it's
Right.
just she's got a pretty box and a bow and stuff, and she tries to use pretty colorful language. You know, we have our product and we got a release and our production and my team, and it all sounds good, but it's all a bunch of trash.
Right. It's
Thank
cute
you.
until it's not cute. Straight
Right.
up.
Bye, boo. All right, let's take another caller. Did we get her? 9761. We did that one. So she wraps it up pretty nicely, but if you really dissect it, it's just dog doo-doo. 9358. Let me see. 9358. We're coming for you. 9358. 9358. You're live on the air.
Hey, Armon.
Hey, what's going on? Talk to me.
Okay, I have a couple of points to get across. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, Storm flocks to older women. Them older women love Storm. And you know how older women, when they're moms, like older moms, they're going to come for their, they're going to protect their cubs, either, any kind of way that they can. And then number two, when Tasha said she wants to do the interview with Jaguar, I kind of agree with her, because the thing about it is with Jaguar, she was putting everybody else's business out there and not her own. So I was kind of agreeing with Tasha with that. But when I actually heard and watched the video, I was like, these questions, like some of these questions is just, it's not hitting for me. Like she was getting too personal with some of them. And I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, I felt uncomfortable with some of those questions, like especially with the hymen. Like why do you need to know when she broke her hymen? That it doesn't make sense at all. And
she tried to make Jaguar look like a fool. She tried to make her look like a laughing stock, and she thought that she could do so because she wanted to make it look like, oh, you went over. She was literally discrediting Storm's interview and discrediting everything that they did over here, and was like, this is the real interview, and I'm gonna really get it. And she wanted all of her people to turn on Jaguar and all point the finger and laugh at her, but they didn't do it.
And then the crazy thing about it is, to me, that wasn't even an interview. Tasha was just being messy as hell. Messy as hell. Tasha is just as miserable as Jaguar. To be totally honest.
They're the same. They are the same.
And to be totally honest, I watch Tasha videos sometimes because I work overnight, and I watch your videos as well because it helps me stay up overnight while I'm at work. But other than that, like, I just like Tasha K. Like this one just cringed me the whole time, and then it was like almost 2 hours of what, Tasha? Of what?
But the sick part is she's somewhere justifying this, thinking, well, they watched the full 2 hours, so the engagement is up. See, that's the part. So she justifies it with like, that's so sick. The fact that whether you loved it or hated it, she just gets off on the fact knowing that you watched the 2 hours.
Yeah. But at the same time, like that was, she hit below the belt, like for real. Like for real. But that's all I wanted to say, Armon. Keep up the good work and everything.
Thank you.
And thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, well, we're getting into some things. I told you no one can do this kind of commentary like me. I was watching, I was waiting. I wanted the girls to get into it, but they really wasn't giving me what I needed it to happen. 2755. I think we did that one. Okay, we did that one. We did 8121, I think. Let me see. 8121. Did I get you already? 8121. If you have not done so, this is a great time to subscribe. You know, the best way to support your favorite YouTuber is to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. 8121, you're live on the air.
Armon, honey, how are you?
Girl, I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing well. So I want to first off say that I have been watching you and your interviewing style, and I think that you're true to your identity of who you are. But I think for you, it comes off as you just having fun. You just blogging, you know. I'm very disappointed in the entire Tasha debacle with not only Jaguar WRIGHT, but her mentee. First off, I have a bachelor's degree in communication studies. I studied to be a journalist. You should not be walking around calling yourself a journalist and you haven't even taken the code of ethics.
Mm-hmm.
That's first. There's a difference between a journalist and a blogger. She's a blogger at best. And I was so disappointed to watch her attack Jaguar. There's a difference between asking a question and pushing for more information than to completely disrespect your guest.
Mm-hmm.
To ask a woman when her hymen was broken is disgusting, because a woman can give birth and her hymen still be intact. That does not determine your virginity. This woman, she was giving out some really good information. Like, I think that if she had taken it from a place of positivity, she could have probably did more interviews with Jaguar where she could have talked about other topics like BSM, you know, how they were talking about the little young singer and her boyfriend London. She could have went so many different ways with that. But the fact that you felt as though that, oh, I got to take his interview because he didn't do the justice, you were absolutely right when you said, as a mentor, you're supposed to take your mentee aside and say, okay, this is what we need to improve on. Now go back out there and do this.
But it's not about that for she wouldn't. But that was the thing. She would never have done that.
For her.
No, she did that. She did that same thing to me.
Trying to break the internet.
Yes.
It's about her trying to get on TV to get her name out there.
Yes.
To keep pushing her. But
yes.
The problem is when you are all about self, you will eventually fall. The pride comes before the fall. You were prideful. You fell. You embarrassed yourself. I heard Jaguar. Like, we know what Jaguar about. I'm sad to see that this is where Jaguar is at, because I've been following her career from like way back in Philly before the roots like really became major. Like, my sister used to go down to Philly to Black Lilies all the time. We used to go to BB King's. So I've been following her career from her first single, Free. And to see where she's at right now is sad, and to see the whole basis of the neo soul music in the debauchery it is because somebody's hurt, somebody's bitter because of some things that took place. I was really hurt to see that, but I understood where Jaguar was coming from. Tasha had no merit. She was dead wrong, and I actually stopped following her today. I am not following her anymore.
I would recommend everybody unsubscribe. I would recommend all Black women, and it's not because of that interview. Hold on, and it's not because of that. It's not specifically because of the interview. I want Black women, the Black women under the sound of my voice, to understand the pandering that she does to ignite and fan the flames. Because if you really had a conversation with Tasha K in private, and you just watch how she interviewed Jaguar, she doesn't think that she's that kind of Black woman. She has this air about her that she's rich. Yes, she's good. She's better than. You can see it. Like she's married. She has her 2 kids. Like, even when that was the only thing that made me cringe when Jaguar. She was like, Jaguar was like, well, don't say any, like, don't wish death on your kids. And Tasha was like, well, I have 2 kids. Like after you just talked about this woman, kids being dead. Like, it was like to throw in her face that you had your 2 kids with your family. Like, it was very much that. So this is why I would say any of those Black women that still subscribe to her, they're lost, because she'll then come and hope you forget about those moments and say, when it's like a person like me or, Jason Lee or anybody else talking, they hate us. Exactly. They hate us Black women because we're dark skinned and we're this and we're that. But let's be very clear. Tasha K does not feel like she relates to you Black women. Just let's be clear. Absolutely. You Black women are Jaguar rights to her, beneath her, homeless, bums, mentally ill.
Exactly.
That's what she thinks about y'all until she needs you.
And when she gonna need us, because I saw all of the posts that was going up, and I was like, okay, this is just way too much. What's going on? And then I heard about everything else. I went and I looked at it myself. Look, to me, it was just a crack. It was just a horrible situation that happened, and it was all because of greed. But she did not. If she want to call herself a journalist, I need you to go back to college. I need you to finish up that BA that you dropped out of college behind and became a waitress. I need you to go back and finish that. I need you to actually write some articles. I need you to actually put some hard work in. And then I need you to come back and I need you to actually interview people. And as a journalist, I'm going to need you to apologize to Jaguar. Not apologize for you trying to dig for information, but for being disrespectful, for trying to play her off to the left like she was some crazy person, that she had a mental breakdown, just like, oh, you've been molested that many times?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
How many times were you molested?
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes, I got the point. Yes. She was saying all of that. Yes. Ciao. Thank God y'all super chatting tonight, because, girl, y'all trying to take my coins. Okay. Let's see. Who else we got? I think 4980. But yeah, like I said, it's no shade. Black women, we all say things, we all do things. Us as creators, we all get into our headspace. But understand when you're getting someone that's disingenuous or using your pain and your struggle as a means to an end for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's very much so Tasha K. You could see it. She was sitting up there with Jaguar, right? And her bright light and her this and her, and you know, her husband and her production in her home. And she was giving off that air of, you know, like, I have my wholesome family. Like, you could feel that she was being condescending, like she was up here and Jaguar was here. Yet, when it's time to get the black woman to rally behind her, she puts herself on this level of being like Jaguar Wright, when she really doesn't feel like she's on that level. She really feels like she's higher than the average black woman. Don't you get it twisted. The proud, black, loud woman with the short hair, that only comes out when she needs y'all to get behind her and rally. But you seen her when she got side by side with the very sister that she is rallying or speaking up for, or using her voice or trying to inspire. She got up there and made that woman look like tried to attempt to make that woman look like a fool, belittled that woman. It wasn't just in her questions. It was with her demeanor. It wasn't, I'm a big person on energy. You could tell that she felt like, even the way she was like, yeah, I have like, yes, my 2 kids. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. It was like, yeah, I have 2 children and my husband. Like, you could tell that she was trying to give off like, we're good. And, you know, we're together. And, you know, I'm this blogger, and, you know, my life is good, and, you know, my husband and my family, we're all good, and my family, we're well off. You could, and it's like, wow, your story, sheesh, wow, oh my God, really? When knowing damn well, Tasha K, girl, you, your mama, your daddy, your uncles, and all of that, y'all got some fool-la-la going on. But you got around Jaguar Wright, and you were able to feel better than. And so you tried to exploit her. All because you were envious and you tried to create a moment off that lady time. And then you wanted to show, then you thought that you were going to be able to prove that you were a better interviewer than Storm Monroe, your mentee. Instead of teaching him, he really should have been learning this lesson, honestly. And because you should have said, hey, try to actually get to know her. You're not supposed to angle his interview. Who wants a mentor that's going to go out and watch you do a job and then say, okay, let me go and do it better than you? What idiot wants that? Then she talking about, I'm going to go mentor this person. I'm going to go mentor that person. Good luck. Trust me. Look at me. I'm about to hit 100K. No mentor. Didn't need her. Y'all better follow. You realize you don't need Tasha K. She's trash. She's going to, you'll be like Storm Monroe. You'll have to sit and smile. Like everything's okay. I guess if it's not a passion, I guess if it's just about the money, then sure. But I can have a person dogging me out, undermining me, shading me on the low. Meanwhile, I can't even have a live call-in show without everybody bringing this whole name up. Anyway, okay, girl, you guys are just calling in. Okay. Okay, the 27, okay, 4980. Okay, it's just so many callers in the queue. Okay, yeah, we about to, how many callers is in the queue? We've been on here. Okay, let me see what's going on, because it's just so much going on. Okay, period. Okay, we need at least 30 more subscribers, because, I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Y'all need to start hitting that subscribe button. Y'all need to all unsubscribe from Tasha K. I'm trying to tell you. I think that she needs to feel it. At least 5,000 people need to unsubscribe. I mean, I learned my lesson. It happened to me. I think in order for her to really feel it, she needs about 5,000 people to really unsubscribe, because she thinks that this video is going to go viral. I would watch this video. I would watch her video and I would unsubscribe. That's what y'all should do. I would unsubscribe. Because she feel like, you know what, you guys, she's going to put out some fresh content. She's going to make Storm Monroe get on live and smile and throw a little shade. And girl, they're going to be so great and happy. Okay, hold on. 4980, you're live on the air.
Hello. How are you?
Yes. Good, how are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say a couple of things. Number one, we all know that Tasha K is a liar, but the reason why people choose to entertain her because lies are more entertaining. So, I mean, that's no secret. You did call her out on the receipts were there. I was like, okay, keep bringing out receipts.
I only deal in receipts. Facts. To this day, I've never lied on Tasha K. Never. I've never lied on her. Go ahead.
I try to, like, come, like, you know, trying to look at it from both perspectives, but I can't ignore the receipts. The receipts were there. She blatantly, like, contradicted herself, and that's not what's up. But also, I feel like she shouldn't have went behind Storm Monroe. I feel like she did not mentor him or prepare him for that interview because, I mean, she don't really look at him as much. And then she didn't expect for it to go as viral as it did.
No, all Storm Monroe was to try to prove a lesson to me. All for her own narcissistic gain, because it was all about look what I could do. You need me. Look what I did. That's all he was.
I've tried to watch him. I didn't even watch that interview because he's very boring. I'm sorry. I like him as a person, but as far as like a blogger or whatever you want to call himself, he's pretty boring, and it seems like faked or hoaxed. But anyway, I feel like she shouldn't have done that. And I've noticed that, like, she's become really big-headed, and she feels like she's just all of this and that. She spends all this money on her production, but over the last year or so, like, her actual content has just been trash. She has no content. There's nothing interesting that she's bringing to the table, and you can see the desperation in the most recent, especially this interview. Like, what were you doing? And the fact that she's lost 1,000, I think she said she lost 1,000 followers, I'm not shocked, because you got your followings by these lies and gossip. You're going to lose them just as quick, because as soon as they find out that you're not really about anything or you're not entertaining them anymore, they're moving around. You're not even putting out good content at all. I'm sorry, but she's lost a subscriber. I've been subscribed to her for a while, and usually I defend her. But this right here is trash, and I'm starting to notice how she feels like she's better than other bloggers and how
other black women, other bloggers, other people. There's an undertone of better than. I'm telling you, she plays into that dark skin. I wear braids. I got short hair. I'm African. So then you get confused, right? And then it's because there's like people like me and, you know, men. So we're attacking her, or not attacking her, but we're like greeting her. So women are like, well, you know, these gay guys are coming after a woman. So she plays on that. Or like when she feels like, you know, these other mainstream blogs, like these white blogs, you know, not giving her the credit, she plays on the heartstrings of the support from the black women without realizing that she don't give a damn about y'all, because really she's just using you to have her back. Because when she had the opportunity to big up a black woman that really is just like her, Jaguar Wright, she showed you what she really felt about that black woman, the true black woman, the oppressed black woman, the struggling black woman, the black woman with the story, the one that she tries to champion and fight for. She showed you how she really felt. She feels like you guys are retarded mentally ill and beneath her. That's how she feels about you. Jaguar represents that black woman. Don't get it twisted.
She definitely exploits the black woman. Even with that, I think she did another interview with like a mistress of T-Pain and everything. I'm like, why are you having these types? I don't never see any positive, influential black women on her platform. She's never building us up. It's always tearing us down. And I'm starting to see that. But that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Yes.
So much.
Don't be sleep. Don't be sleep. Don't let her pit you against everybody else. Really look at her. If you watch that interview, you see it. Because you think like, damn, like Tasha, if anybody, okay, so when you're making these big bold statements about black women and protecting black women and being the voice, who are you talking about? You're talking about oppressed women and struggling and women like Jaguar, women that's going through, women with a story. You and Jaguar's story is similar. So why would you get up there and try to play her? You get what I'm saying? But then, I bet you tomorrow she'll try to upload a video on her backup page trying to take me down when I said something about black women. You get what I'm saying? To try to throw off the narrative. When really, girl, the people are starting to see through you. You think that you're better than everybody, girl. Because she got a $300,000 house in Duluth somewhere in her husband's name. Thank you, caller. Somebody said, where's Duluth? I don't know. Somewhere where it's affordable and cheap. You can get something, a big place out there somewhere in Lawrenceville. Where you only need $200,000 and you can get a $5,000 square foot home. Don't let her fool you. Okay, let's take some more calls. These girls be trying to act like they rich, girl. Cause she was even giving that like, oh, I'm flying out my team and like she was giving all that. Okay, let's take another call. 9569. Girl, she be trying to like low key like try to flex on people on the cool, like she got so much money and this, that, and the third. Like she be trying to really flex on people on the cool, like really low key. 9569, you're live on the air.
Hey, Armon.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, so that interview was so cringy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the issue was more so like who was given the interview.
Yes.
Like who was asking the question. It was like your line of questioning makes no sense when you make a living off of doing stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like to ask her as a LGBTQ member, you shouldn't be a part of tearing down another woman. It's like, what? It could easily be said the same about you. As a black
Right.
woman, how could you tear down another black woman?
Mm-hmm.
And then she also assumed that because she was abused, that deep down inside she wanted to be with a woman instead of her husband. Like, it's
Right.
just so weird.
Right.
Like, and honestly, that it just didn't make sense. So I feel like either she was paid or she was coming in defense of someone, because she was like a dog with a bone.
Okay.
And she was willing to tear Jaguar down, make herself look bad, and undermine Storm in the meantime. I'm like, what is so important that you had to come at her like this? Like, what is driving you right now?
Absolutely. Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, 9810. 9810. Here we come. Here we come. I'm coming for you. 9810. Let me see. 9810. Okay, boom. 9810. You're live on the air.
What's going on, Armon? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, so I wasn't even going to call in, but she triggered me.
Okay.
She triggered me so bad because my mom acts like Jaguar.
Okay.
So that could be several things. Hopefully it's not what my mom has, but regardless of the fact, I kind of got over the Easter eggs, the announcement of the possible new mentee, the stealing of the commercials, even the fact that she didn't hype it up. Well, she hyped hers up, but she didn't hype up Storm's own, and that he was still the mentee then.
No, she hyped it. No, she did a hype. No, she did a hype. Because remember, you got to still think. Storm, a lot of Storms come up from her was out of spite for me. So there still was let's beat Armon, because she started that 100K competition. However, the interview took off even further. Then it became bigger than me at some point when it started hitting millions of views.
You're correct, and I was just referring to the Jaguar interview, unless I really hadn't been on.
No, the
like
whole
that.
Jaguar. Well, yeah. Well, if you remember, Jaguar is even a thing because of me. Jaguar reacted to me and said she wanted to go live with me. Then all of a sudden, Storm and his people and Tasha, they started contacting Jaguar to get the interview because I called Jaguar out for just coming up with some theory about Summer Walker, and Jaguar did a reaction to me. Then Daytime Tea Time did a video on it. So then Storm Monroe and Tasha K tried to angle it, which they were successful at, and got Jaguar over to their side after we had her trending on YouTube.
Right.
So that's what happened.
So it was okay at first, and I give benefit of the doubt because I want to know where is all this coming from with Jaguar. Because, again, my mom acts like that, so that's going to bring me in. But when it got cringe-worthy when it got to the husband, she would go around Jaguar and ask him a question, like to basically diminish her out the way, like her answer wasn't enough. That was the problem. So he's looking like he's over it. He's like, no, like, I'm not really feeling you, but I'm not finna embarrass my wife. He's like slap over it. So then she goes back, that wasn't working. So then it's like, okay, well, let me trip you up on the R word. Let me trip you up on that. Was it 8 times? How many times was it?
Yeah, like, so how old were you? 12? 1, 14? Yes. Yes.
It was more of an interrogation, like she was in a police station, versus you're empathizing with her, and then you say behind it, I'm empathizing with you. Like, no, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You were just trying to grill her. What are you talking about? So that was that. And then after that, the Chris Brown thing gets brought up. Now everybody's tripping out in the chat because they're like, wait. So now it's, he beat her, and you're not telling the full story. You know you watched his documentary and his side. But now you're saying, well, he beat her. She's not listening to nothing that Jaguar's saying. Some of the stuff that Jaguar said coincide with what Chris Brown said. Some of it. Not all of it. Some of it did. You skipped right over that. So I'm like, bro, like, this isn't new. She did it with the last one. She did it with the Madam chick. But it was okay because it wasn't Jaguar with somebody with the issue, but she's been doing that. So I'm like, bruh, I cannot, and I'm going to let you go because I really just had to get that out because I imagine Jaguar as my mother, because my mother says stuff that doesn't make sense to everybody, and to her, she believes it. And in my mind, I image my mother there, and it's like, I don't need to impose that. But in a sense, I'm like, well, what if that was my mom? How would I react if she was talking and saying those things to my mom, and I know what my mom...
Well, especially when you have a woman that goes online and pretends and acts as if she is the voice or the platform for the dark-skinned, oppressed Black woman. You know what I mean? Like, she acts like she is the champion for them. And then you had the epitome of the very woman that you are supposed to be protecting, and you made her look like a fool. You almost turned into a house N-word. You know what I mean? You would have thought that Tasha K thought she was white, interviewing Jaguar right there. Tasha K came at her like she was the uppity white woman, and Jaguar was the dirty scum of the earth, N-word, Black woman.
With her makeup melting like that, that's the thing. That's the fool right there.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, But last question. I'm gonna let you go because I know you got other people in the chat, but I had to call first time caller.
Okay.
One of these days you got to release what camera you use because you are in HD right now.
Thank you. Yes, we will do that one day when I put up my classes. Okay, but thank you. It's all about the lighting. This is no paint. This is no green screen. This is with no mentor. I learned all of this by myself. This is all lights. I'm doing this with all lights, baby. So thank you. It's all lighting. All right. It's no paint, no green screen, no mentor. This is all lighting and shadowing and things of that. Okay? So you got to learn. And I had no choice but to learn on my own because I got dropped and I quit because I was not going to let somebody step on me and play in my face. So I said, I'm going to learn it on my own. To be honest with you, I have to tell that caller, I actually got this camera from Tasha K, not because she told me, but because she posted a picture. And I zoomed all the way in on the picture to see the name of it because she would not tell me what equipment she was using. She wouldn't give me any advice on equipment, how to get it, what mics, what cameras. However, she bought all of Storm Monroe's stuff, but she never bought anything from me, never told me what camera, what computer. I had to dig for it. Actually, the only thing she told me was the only difference between you and I is my quality. And from that day, I said, "Oh, girl, let me show you. Let me show you." So you think you're gonna just have me over here looking a fool? So I learned on my own. Thank you. Yes. So, well, I think that we have got to all the callers. Well, this was a legendary show. Now, this is the part of the show where we could make a deal. How long I've been on here? Oh my God, 2 hours. But you guys earned it. Wow, we have 1,400 people in the chat before we got started. We had a high of 7,000 people.
In the mix.
Who is this freak of nature?
With DJ Armon.
All right, there's something else I would like to share with you guys really, really quickly. Is this it? No, here it is. If you guys are interested, we are casting for the Boys Chat podcast, okay? Must be a gay male or a straight guy, okay? Must be male. You guys can email us at boyschatcasting@gmail.com. We are looking for men to join our podcast. We're looking for our co-host. So if you're interested, let someone know. And yeah, so we're looking for people. We've got over 60 applicants so far. So whoever's interested, a lot of these people aren't going to make it because they don't follow directions and they're trash. But we are looking for more because some of the people that auditioned are the fool. But we got some good ones too. So thank you. boyschatcasting@gmail.com. All right. So if you guys want to join my podcast, we are looking for some cool guys. All right. Well, let's see what we got going on. Okay. How many people we got in the chat? Can I just jump out the window and just say, can we get 400 subscribers? That's what I would like. I would like to just hit 98,000 subscribers right now. But I know I got to tell you how to do it in increments. Can we get 50 subscribers right now? And I'll take some more callers. Okay. I'll take a couple more calls. Thank you guys for all the super chats. Let me take some more calls real quick. 4118, you're live on the air. Oh, they said I missed one. Which one I missed, Mo? Text it to me. Go ahead. 4118. Okay, not ready. Which one did I miss? Who did I miss? Let me see. Who did I miss? Oh, 0766. 0766. 0766. 0766. Okay, I don't see 0766. I don't see 0766. Oh, 7066. I don't see 7066 either. 7066 is not on here. All right, so we got to move down the queue. Girl, what? 604. Okay, let's see. Girl, how you don't know your number? What's she say? Y'all trying to 6049 or 27? Hold on, 6049. 2673. Girl, she is trying it.
90 seconds.
What is your number? Girl, I don't know your number either, child. You're trying it. 3035, you're live on the air.
Hi, Ben. I'm not going to keep you long. It's Philly Chica.
Hey, but what's going on?
Listen, you know how I feel about both of them, okay? This girl, Tasha K, sat here and called me out my name, a black woman,
60 seconds.
on her live, and blocked me for the same reasons why she claimed she, blocked me. Because the person I suggested called women out their names and stuff like this. She literally called me out my name. So on her live this morning, I'm like, okay, stretch, make my coffee when you want to apologize, black woman to black woman. That lady, act like she didn't see it. The comments started spamming her saying, answer Philly Chica. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be supporting black women so much, though. You love them so much, and you here for the black women, and they don't like us if we loud and da-da-da-da-da. You're sitting here exploiting black women. You are in blackface. That's what you are. And that's why her and Storm get along so well. Both of them don't like black women.
10 seconds.
That's why they get along so well. But then when it comes down to competing, it's like she's competing with another woman because, like you said, Storm is weak. He's a weak dude. So now now she's going to find somebody to beef with him. Now she's getting that Cyclops over there.
Oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
But you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She will use you to get what she wants and leave you. Period. So all these people up here, y'all have canceled Doja Cat for less. Y'all have canceled people that make mistakes or their old Twitter. Y'all will stream back into people's Twitter to find some old remarks and cancel them. How about we cancel Tasha K today? How about we do that? Period. And how about we subscribe to Armon and watch him out when you get on this show? We love you, Armon. You know Philly got your back, too.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, so listen, there's not a one. Okay, so I'm about to tell y'all. Some people are not putting in right numbers because I don't have a 1778 on here. I don't have a 1778 on here. I'll tell you the numbers that I have. I have an 8179, a 1872, a 6051, a 2641, a 5951, a 6217, 9183, 4492. I'm not going to read all these. The number is not on here. It's not on here. Or the 7766. Y'all not going to play with me. I'm going to get up out of here. Okay? These numbers is not on here. Okay? Y'all got to know y'all phone numbers. And y'all have to call into the show. My email is thearmonwigginsshow@gmail.com. My Cash App is Armon Areece. That's ARMON I usually had that, but I just wasn't promoting all that today. I don't know where it was at, but ciao. Yes, so we're going to get up out of here. The line is closed. If you guys didn't make it on, you can make it on next time.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
You can always super chat your way to the top. I just want to let you guys know this. I did this video for you all. There's no hate in my heart for any of these individuals. Might be some dislike. However, I just don't like the contradictions. And I want you guys to go, I want you guys to watch this one more time.
Her and I, like, you know me, I don't chase, I don't follow behind stories that everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I noticed that in your pattern.
I don't. So I break stories. That is what I do. And so I would notice like any story that I broke out, of course I would talk to her about it. Right. But of course she would find an angle, and I'm like, listen, this is lovely. This is me and Lovely T all over again. This is not going to work out. And so I noticed the same thing is happening between them, where he'll do an hour and a half video and it's entertaining, and then she'll do it in 10 minutes, and it's like, oh.
I did see that.
You see what I'm saying? Because she's drawing from his energy. But she drew from my energy.
I did.
Celebrity gossip is different. That's not shit.
Now listen to when somebody asked her why she took the interview from Storm Monroe. This is what she said.
As you put it, it's not I wouldn't, first of all, you guys know I don't chase behind other people's stories. But in this particular situation, there was an angle. And as a journalist, like, who's better to get that angle? And I got it.
Well, I never have to lie on Tasha K. These are what you call receipts. Okay? So I want you to understand. She can say that it wasn't shady. She can say that they're not beefing. She can say that she's loyal. She can say all of these things. She angled that man's interview. She said it herself. She's not a fan of, she doesn't like when people angle her, but she angled Storm Monroe. Storm Monroe will sit up there and still kiki with her because he's a fool. But a blind man can see that she doesn't respect that man. And she doesn't think that he's talented. And neither do I. Not in that way. I think he's a good follower. But I don't think that he has it. Either way, I think that she's also a fraud when it comes to this black women. I don't think that she's a black women's advocate. I think she's a black women's advocate when it's convenient. What I mean by convenient, when she needs you guys to, when it's time to spin the narrative or to have her back. Because when you put her side by side, black woman to black woman, she dragged Jaguar right. When you put her next to a black woman that was just like her, that she was supposed to be telling the story and giving her an opportunity and a voice, what did she do? She tried to demean her, discredit her, look above her, be better than. So I'm just letting you guys know that I had to break this down for you girls so you guys could really get it in English, Spanish, and French. All right, so, je ne sais quoi, muy vitu, negrita on the low, como te llamas? And now I gotta go. Until next time, I want you to keep that same el energy, and I will see you soon. ¿Por qué? I'm just talking. Bye, y'all.